So we talked about the beginner bowler. The beginner bowler has now moved on. They're tired of beating up on their friends at the bowling alley when they go out a few days a week. And they have become more interested in the sport of bowling. They've moved to the intermediate level. At the intermediate level, that bowler is looking for a few different things. They're looking for some flexibility in their bowling equipment. They are looking for a way to get higher scores. And they are looking for a way to be more competitive. So, how many bowling balls does the intermediate bowler need to be more competitive, to have more flexibility, and to get higher scores? I think the answer is 3, maybe 4 bowling balls. Let me explain. At the beginner level, you had a plastic ball, something that was fun, represented, your personality, or maybe even an entry-level performance bowling ball, something that, colors you liked, something you recognized, a name you heard because your friends or family had. But ultimately, it wasn't really performance-based. When you join a league, that's something that the intermediate bowler will be doing. So when you join your first league, when you join your second league, one of the things that you will notice as an intermediate level bowler is that the lane condition is probably a little different. So your ball reacts differently when you roll it down the lane. Why is that? Usually your league will have a contract with the bowling establishment that states that they should condition the lanes before the league begins. And all the lanes should be uniform. This means that the lane mechanic will bring out a machine called the oil machine, which puts a conditioner or what we call lane oil on the lane. Part of it is to protect the lane from the friction of the ball rolling down the lane. But ultimately, it's to create a pattern of oil on the lane that can make having higher scores easier or more difficult. So you will need some flexibility with your equipment to be able to take the game that you are building, right? Your style of bowling, and use bowling balls that will be flexible to allow you to continue to bowl the way you like to bowl, but allow your scores to be higher. So we said 3 or 4 bowling balls. What does that look like? I think the first ball would be potentially that entry-level plastic or low-end reactive resin bowling ball. This will be something that, as it was probably your primary ball, now will become more like a spare ball. Something you basically shoot straight at your spares with to make those corner pins, or if the lanes are just really, really dry. Your second ball should be a step up, right? Something medium performance. Something that when the lanes are a little dry, but just enough oil to where your plastic or low-end reactive ball is not hooking enough, you'll be able to get that ball to the head pin, to the pocket, and try to be competitive. One step up from that would be upper mid-price bowling ball. So that will be something that has a much stronger cover stock, a much stronger core than your mid-price ball, midline ball. That will be a bowling ball for when there's medium to heavy oil, something that will have enough teeth for that ball to gain traction in that lane conditioner or that oil that was applied to the lane that will allow your ball to get back to the head pin, back to the pocket, so you can strike. You would still use that low first ball that you got, that plastic ball or that entry level, very low reactive ball to shoot at your spares. The last bowling ball you have in the 3 to 4 ball combo would be a high performance bowling ball, something for heavy oil only. It will be either a reactive cover stock, which will have kind of like a matte finish or a rough texture. It will have surface, is what we call it, on it. Or it will be maybe like a particle reactive blend of the cover stock. So it has more teeth to grip that lane and to create that hook and motion that you're trying to create so you can have higher scores. So if you're at the intermediate level, You should have 3, maybe 4 balls. They have bags that hold these 3 or 4 balls, and they're relatively inexpensive. They're easy to roll and carry and travel with, and that should be what you need at the intermediate level.